All right, ladies and gents, I think we are just about ready to get into the Dragons Rising Part 2 spoiler talk stream. Oh boy, it's time to talk some spoilers. But welcome everybody back again to another stream. Hope you guys are doing just dandy today. Really quick streaming schedule, since we will be starting normal streams again next week. We stream Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 Central, daily updates on the community tab, all of that good stuff. Like I just said, streaming will continue as normal next week on Monday after a couple of breaks of, or a couple of weeks of breaks, not a couple breaks of weeks, but a couple weeks of breaks. We will be back next week with streams. But for today's stream, as kind of like a comeback stream, we are going to be discussing some spoilers for the new Dragons Rising episodes, and consider that your official spoiler warning. If the title and the thumbnail were not obvious enough, there will be spoilers in today's stream. You have been warned. Excuse me as I take a sip of my water. Delicious. Stay hydrated. But hopefully you guys have been doing well. Yes, long time no see indeed. Yes, Queen spoilers. Yes, indeed. Before we get started, though, we have ourselves a $9.99 super chat from T-Man Does Gaming. We also have one from Edison Kelly. Sorry, that's T-Man Does Games V2.0. My bad. T-Man Does Games says, hope you've been well. Loved it personally. Doesn't mean it's perfect, though. Yeah, that pretty much summarizes my thoughts, too, regarding the Part 2 ending, and I guess just Part 2 in general. Very good. Very good. Doesn't mean it's perfect. I agree with you, T-Man Does Games. But thank you very much for the $9.99 super chat. Like I said, we also have ourselves a super chat from Edison Kelly. $2 super chat from Edison. Imagine Garmadon on the administration line. Yeah, I mean, the administration's pretty whack. I imagine we'll get more into that conversation later on. But yeah, having Garmadon be there would have been really interesting. Though the way that the episode panned out, you know, I'm not crazy about it. Like I said, though, we can talk about that more so later on. But thank you, Edison Kelly and T-Man Does Games, for your super chats to start off the stream. So I guess just for a general question, what did you guys think of Part 2 in general? Did you guys like it? Did you not like it? Do you have a couple of hiccups now and then? I know I sure did. It's definitely not perfect.
Would not want you to do this, brother.
And there's the super chats finally going through. A little bit of a delay there, stream. What the heck? But yeah, just what'd you guys think of it overall? Just a nice question to get us started here. Did you guys think it was better than Part 1?
Want you to do this, brother.
And thank you, Edison Kelly, again. Was it better than Part 1? I don't know. They're kind of like the same quality for me. Pretty good overall, I'd say. Definitely not like the best season ever when it was all said and done, but still pretty top tier, I'd say. I think this definitely will make my top 10. Oh, by the way, I do plan on making my updated ranking of the seasons video tomorrow. So where will Dragons Rising rank among them? Who knows? I have yet to decide that myself. I will work on that a little bit later tonight, but I did think it was pretty good. Let's read some of your guys' thoughts. Way better? Oh, as in Part 2 is better than Part 1? I could see that. It definitely had more going on, I think. And after we got through all of the introductions, you know, it was time to get into action, so I can totally understand that. Good, solid B. The finale was very lackluster. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the finale, and if you guys watched my episode reviews, by the way, I pinned the playlist just in case you guys want to check those out. The finale did have some problems. Still solid, but, you know, I definitely had some problems in the finale for Part 2 as well. I agree with you there. Part 1 was better. Part 1 was set up. Part 2 was definitely better. Understandable. Just need more Cole and Jay. Yeah, that's definitely a big complaint that I've seen. Especially in the Jay department. Where the heck is the blue boy, and why was he only there for 20 seconds? I think I counted 20 seconds. I went back and rewatched the episode and tried to count the amount of time that man was on screen. 20 seconds of the season that is the longest Ninjago season on record, at least in terms of runtime. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I know that's been a big complaint among the community is, what the heck? There ain't no Jay. But he did look good in the suit, though. I do agree with that. He's quite the handsome man. Thought that was a bit slow at first. Really got going in the second half. Those last few episodes were so good. Yeah, they were pretty good. 30 seconds, actually? Oh, my bad. my bad. It's 30 seconds, right? No, still pretty short. Still pretty short. I think he will definitely have more to do in part 2, though, for sure. Or not part 2, rather. Season 2. Season 2. I keep on saying part 2. I gotta get out of that habit. It's season 2, not part 2. I'm also still tired from the past couple of days, if you guys can't tell. So I did like how they called him Agent Walker, though. And I guess that's a good place to start. Yeah, let's talk about Jay. Let's talk about Cole. Let's talk about our familiar faces that came back and maybe some familiar faces that didn't come back, like Wu and Garmadon. Even though Wu is in the Dragon's Rising sets, and we do know that Garmadon is coming back soon thanks to leaks and stuff, yeah, Master Wu was hardly in it aside from flashbacks and his weird ghostly visions. Cole was in it a little bit. He had like a whole episode dedicated to himself. But Jay, he had like, what, 30 seconds? Yeah, I didn't think Cole was too bad. Now, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. If you guys want to talk about Sora and all that jazz, you can talk about whatever. This is a spoiler stream after all. Good, the old man doesn't need to come back. I kind of want him to come back at some point, but, you know, he doesn't need to be there throughout the whole time, right? It is kind of refreshing having, like, new faces on screen, too, with, like, Aaron and Sora, and even some of the other new characters, like some of the new Elemental Masters, for example. Like Geo, he's pretty cool. But yeah, Cole and Jay. Also, if you guys are seeing a little bit of lag, feel free to let me know. My computer is telling me that we're lagging. It is pretty windy and stormy outside right now, which is probably not the ideal situation for streaming, yet here we are. So let me know. Let me know if you see any lag and such. Let's see. What else do we got here? What else? What was your reaction to seeing Jay? Well, I actually got spoiled a little bit before I watched the episodes. For those that don't know, the episodes were uploaded by Lego officially in Cantonese a couple hours before they came out on Netflix, and I went ahead and watched some of those early Cantonese episodes just so I can get screenshots for my reviews and such. And I got spoiled because in episode 17, I'm scrolling through, taking screenshots, and then randomly Jay shows up, and I'm like, all right, sick. He's here. I was kind of hoping that he would show up again towards the finale, but he did not. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Lego still has those episodes uploaded. So if you guys want to check out those episodes in Cantonese for any reason, hop on a VPN. I use the Hong Kong one. But yeah, for Jay, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. He'll probably have more to do in part 2. But you can tell that it's still him, so that's good. And yeah, he did look awesome in that suit of his. But what about Cole? I said this in my reviews, but Cole is pretty incredible.
Would not want you to do this, brother.
Ooh, we also have ourselves another super chat from T-Man Does Games. Let's scroll up and find this. I think I missed it. Oh, there you go. It's an animated image, it seems, a GIF or a GIF, however you want to pronounce that, of a pear-looking fellow rolling around and laughing. Sounds good. Thank you, T-Man Does Games, for the $9.99 super chat. But yeah, talking about Cole, he was awesome. His new power set, the animation surrounding him, his spinjitzu, all of that looked gorgeous. And as a huge Cole fan, I gotta admit, we kind of ate good this season. Jay fans, you'll get your turn a little bit later. But Cole fans, I think we lucked out a little bit. Not only is he in one episode, he's in like 2 of them, man. He's in 2 whole episodes? My goodness. What else do we got here regarding Cole? I did like the twist as well with Geo, how his power wasn't actually powering Cole's golem form, but instead Geo just said that so that Cole wouldn't leave. That was so cute. It was so sweet. I love Geo so much. He's awesome. J fans are starving right now. Got so upset when Cole didn't come with them. I was like, no, come back. We missed you. Yeah, I kind of felt like maybe Cole could have tagged along. Because Zane as well. Zane is not a main character for Dragon's Rising Season 1, yet he's there a lot. He was there from the end of Part 1 all the way through Part 2, even though he's technically not a main character. So why couldn't Cole get that treatment, you know? But still, Cole had to follow Master Wu's ghost or whatever. I'm sure we'll find out more about that later. But for the time that we had Cole, I liked it. I liked getting Cole back. Looking for Pixel? Yeah, maybe. I kind of feel like Cole will come across like a group that's already been formed, you know, like in season 2 or whatever. Maybe he will find a group that consists of Wu, Pixel, Garmadon, maybe Skylar, all of the older characters, all of the older allies. Maybe they're already bonded together somewhere else, and maybe they will find them in season 2. Who's to say? Sorry if I interchange season 2 and part 2. I'm still in the habit of saying part 2. So season 2. Excuse me as I take a sip of my water. Oh, man. When Gio and Cole were talking to each other, I'm like, great, now kiss. I did see a lot of people shipping those two. I'm not the biggest fan of that ship, I guess. I saw it more of like a, you know, like Cole was like a father figure to Gio, but I still thought they had good chemistry together for sure. I liked Gio. Also, his power, fusion. Awesome. I know a lot of us were predicting that it might have been magnetism, but if you guys follow my Twitter, I tweeted like at the end of September, what if this dude's power is fusion because he's a fusion of a gecko and a munce? And you know, sure enough, sure enough, it's a fusion. So yeah, good power. I like that power a lot. I do plan on making another video talking about like all the new elemental powers that we got. So fusion, I think that's a good power. Welcome to the club, Fusion. What else? Let's see. Can we talk about how unfair the amount of Pixane compared to Jaya is? Like, Pixane fans get all the stuff with Zane and the Broom, Pixel and Jaya. Yeah, I agree. They could have given some attention to the Jaya club. All right, and we're back because internet sucks. But yeah, welcome back. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Like I said, it is storming outside. It's very windy, very rainy, very lightningy. So I switched over to the other interwebs and we are back. So yeah, what were we talking about? Zane and Pixel. I like how Zane had the picture of Pixel on the broom and he was like talking to it like it was Pixel. That is definitely the saddest thing that I've seen Zane do in Dragon's Rising and just in general. Very depressing as well. Very depressing. Let's see. Mr. Frohicke took part in saving the world. Absolute W. Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? He drove the Dragon Corps to the final battle. That was kind of funny. I'm not the biggest Mr. Frohicke fan in the world. I think he's kind of obnoxious, but in that scene, I will give him credit. Credit where credit's due, I suppose, right? Yeah, Mr. Frogman is so annoying. My thoughts exactly. There's a lot of annoying characters. And all of them kind of culminate in the episode. Oh, excuse me. All of them kind of culminate in the episode where they have like the Zane Day celebration thing, where you know, there's like a Labo and a couple of other characters there. That's like annoying character central. But still, that episode was pretty weird. No, was that the only? Was that? Am I the only one who was kind of weirded out by that episode? The Zane Day celebration episode. Very bizarre. Not a big fan of that one. Let's see. What else do we have in the chat? Yeah, Jay is the manager of the administration. I assume that means he's top dog. So, Rapton pulled a Hux. Oh yeah, Rapton did switch sides, didn't he? Yeah, kind of surprising. I will say, they kind of did like a pretty awkward thing towards the end where they tried to redeem Dr. LaRoe, or at least it kind of felt like that to me, because in comparison to in comparison to Beatrix, Dr. LaRoe is like totally sane in part 2. She's not like torturing dragons like she was in part 1. And they were trying to make it seem like Imperium, you know, they're just a bunch of misunderstood guys, right? Except for Beatrix, who's just insane. I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of that, if I'm being wholeheartedly honest there. I will say, them not redeeming Sora's parents, I liked that. It's awesome to see Sora stand up to her parents that don't love her for no reason. That was great. I appreciated that. Not every character needs to be redeemed, you know what I'm saying? Beatrix, LaRoe, and Sora's parents are all Darrens. My thoughts exactly. Absolutely. Did Imperium turn into a democracy after that? I mean, I guess it's just like a better place now, right? Apparently, like, who took over? The Imperium kids? What is the name of their group? The Super Secret Imperium Club or something? That's not even close to what it is. I forget the name of their group. But yeah, no, I think they just kind of took over and maybe they're running the joint now. I have no idea. They said that they were trying to make Imperium more like the ninja, and kind of follow their lead. So I guess that's good. Yeah, Percival, that's his name. Percival. The Imperium Resistance Force. The Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Hate those kids. Yeah, I'm definitely with you there. They're not my favorite. But at least they, were somewhat better in part 2. Yeah, Jordana wasn't redeemed either because she's there at the end with Lord Rass, and Tiger Boy is like, well, my master wants to recruit you because you have skills to pay the bills. And Jordana's like, all right, sick. Let's go set up season 2. That's exactly, word for word what they said at the end. Season 2 has names or not? I assume you mean, will season 2 have a different title? No, none of the Dragons Rising seasons will have titles. It's just going to be Dragons Rising season 1, season 2, season 3, etc., until, the series inevitably ends. So, hate the new music for Dragons Rising. Are you talking about the intro? Because I'm not against the intro, but I will say I did skip the intro sometimes when watching part 2. Not gonna lie there. Wish Rass was from Chima. Yeah, we can talk about that. They kind of just throw it in there haphazardly, right? Hi, my name's Lord Rass. I'm from the Wildness. I don't buy that. I feel like he might still be from Chima because, it just seems too convenient. This man is literally a humanoid tiger. Why are there multiple realms with humanoid tigers? I feel like he's got to still be from Chima, right? I don't know. Maybe they're saving that for a big twist. Maybe Chima's up to something. Lavelle and Krager and the gang. They're plotting against the ninja. I definitely think he's lying too. Yeah, and also, everyone's from the Wildness. Yeah, Wildfire's from there too. Why would they be from the same place, but why would they look so different? I mean, obviously, with Wildfire, she came down from the sky in a pod, Superman style, so, maybe she's not from the Wildness. But Lord Rass, I think he's definitely fibbing there. I feel like he is still from Chima. Unless the Wildness is part of Chima, in which case everyone's problems can be solved. So, yeah, I don't buy that. I feel like he might still be from Chima. Why are there multiple realms with humans? Ah, touche. Touche. I mean, sure, if there are multiple realms with tiger people, why not have multiple realms with humans? I gotcha. Yeah, Wildfire is a queen. I agree. I liked her relationship with Kai, too, in part 2. Those two are so funny, especially during the finale. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Beautiful. Love that Rass and his master are the main villain now. Feels like this huge looming threat in the background. Just wish who he was working for was given more build-up than one line. Yeah, that's true. I feel like whoever Lord Rass is working for, though, I kind of feel like he's not going to be revealed until, seasons down the line. This could be a new Overlord type of situation where we keep on building up season after season until we eventually get there. So I feel like the build-up will be there. We're just at the start of it. So, but no, I do like that. Lord Rass is definitely going to have a huge part in season 2. Really hope they don't, have whoever he's working for also be a big villain in season 2 because, like I said, we need that build-up. I did see some comments where it's is this the Overlord? Is Lord Rass working for the Overlord? I don't know about that, man. I mean, we already did the Overlord 3 times, right? And with Dragons Rising is the start of a new series, right? A new thing altogether. It would make more sense for Dragons Rising to have its own Overlord. Its own overarching villain, its own big bad, its own Thanos, We don't need to do the Overlord again. As much as I might like him, he's kind of overdone. As I take a sip of my water. I wasn't cheering about anything Kai did in part 2, Doc Wyatt. Yeah, I mean, for those that don't know, Doc Wyatt did tweet out something where it was oh, thank you, Marcos for Life, for subbing. What did the tweet say? It said, Kai fans are gonna cheer for Kai in part 2 or something like that. But I really enjoyed his connection with Wildfire, especially taking in some of those Master Wu lessons and applying those to Wildfire. Just like Lloyd, Kai himself is stepping into that sensei title, And by the end of Dragons Rising, I feel like all of the older ninja, they're probably gonna all be their own sensei or teacher, if that makes sense, to their own little respective group of students. Like Lloyd will have Sora and Aaron, Kai will have Wildfire, maybe a couple of other people, etc., etc. So I liked that. I kind of liked that a lot, actually. So I feel like Kai did have something going on this season. It's just not like anything flashy, you know, but it is a good character moment for Kai. Yeah, we can talk about the Djinn. I've seen a lot of comments talking about the Djinn. What's his name? Ericor? Ericor, the not elemental master Djinn. Yeah, previous leaks and spoilers were mentioning how this new Djinn is an elemental master, man. He's going to have elemental powers. And then we see him, and he's just a magic man. Which I think makes sense for Djinn, right? Because Djinn are magical or whatever. So, but I liked him. I liked him a lot. I liked him a lot, actually. I thought he was really funny. He's very depressed, too. And, you know, like I said in my review, he's kind of relatable in that sense. Adriana? Sheriff, thanks for subbing. Appreciate it. I was kind of dunking on Ericor, but I completely changed my mind. Yeah, I mean, him not being an elemental master, I didn't think it was all that bad. I mean, he works as his own character, and I liked how he had like a little necklace of Ninjago around his neck. I thought that was super cute. And also, he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He's a nice Djinn. So to me, that proves even more that Nadakon and Kanjikan were just psychos. Like, maybe they're the outliers in the Djinn community. And Ericor, that's what Djinn are all about. What's that subscription audio from? It's from an episode of Monkey Kid where MK clones himself a bunch of times, and one of them's like a party dude. So ain't no one leaving this party. It's from Monkey Kid. Yeah, Nia killed his own. Yeah, I thought it was funny that Nia was like the one to explain, yeah, the Djinn world was destroyed. How'd that happen? I thought that was pretty funny. Obviously, she didn't know that, you know, destroying the preeminent was going to destroy Ninjago, yet here we are. I thought it was pretty funny. What was that noise? What was that noise, Waffle? Was that you? My cat Waffle's next to the desk right now, and she's being cute. Don't fall off the bed, little shoes. You need to stay on the bed. Yeah, be a good kitty. What else? What else do we got here? But yeah, Ericor was cool. Yes, it is Puncake. Or Woofler. Wupple, Whipple, Wiffle Ball. She's got a lot of nicknames. Wish Nia mentioned Nadakon. What he did to her and Jay would have been a great Jay moment. Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to name drop Nadakon, but they didn't. Maybe a missed opportunity. I don't know. I still really enjoyed the episode nonetheless. Why didn't she panic when she saw another Djinn? Maybe she thinks that not all Djinn are bad. I don't know. Like I said, Ericor's existence and him being as nice as he is, that does kind of prove to me that Nadakon and Kanjikan were like just crazy for no reason. So, do you think Garmadon is going to be a sensei now? I'm sure he will be at some point. Maybe he won't be a sensei, but he will definitely be good. You know, he will definitely be a good guy. I guarantee it, especially after Crystallized. So, whenever he does return, whether that be in Season 2 or some other point. I mean, we do know that he will be in the Season 2 sets, so maybe Garmadon is coming back. Well, in the show. Well, in the sets, obviously, but in the show, who knows? Because like we saw with Season 1, right? You can be in the sets and not have anything to do in the show, i.e. Jay. So, who knows? Can you explain this? Oh yeah, can you explain this? The administration is a region within the Kingdom of Madness. Yeah, I wasn't big on that, because the administration being in the Kingdom of Madness, do they mean that like the administration was its own realm and then after the merge they just ended up in the middle of the Kingdom of Madness? Or did the Kingdom of Madness always have the administration? So like in Season 1, for example, when Wu goes to the Realm of Madness to find Garmadon, was the administration there all the time? I don't understand that line. It doesn't really make much sense. That was one thing that I did kind of like question from Dragon's Rising Part 2. Like, where exactly is the administration located? I assume they mean it's like physically right now in the middle of the Kingdom of Madness, but I don't know. Can't say for sure. Yeah, they said the Realm of Madness was part of the administration. Is that what they said? So the realm... I have no idea. I got to go back and rewatch the episode with that line because, yeah, that was pretty confusing because those two things couldn't be more opposite, right? Like, I saw some comments where they were like, the administration is like, it would drive you mad to file paperwork all day, right? So maybe that's why they're related, but I don't know. They seem like so different, right? I don't know. I got to go back and rewatch that episode because I have no clue how that works. The merge is weird. Oh, said that right. Yeah, no worries. I got you, Jesse. I got you. But yeah, the merge is weird. I do plan on making a video later on, like, is the merge just an excuse, for all the weird things happening in Dragon's Rising? Like, if something doesn't make sense, it's the merge's fault, I really hope they don't use that cop-out in future Dragon's Rising episodes, because that's kind of, like, cheap, but, Yeah, it's like a big building within the realm. I have no clue. No idea how that works. Still wondering if there's just a giant office building in the middle of the desert or something. Yeah, maybe. I feel like that's the entire realm, right? Like the administration is just like one big office building. That sounds like a nightmare of a realm. Can you imagine? I will say, with the agents of the administration, the episode could have done a lot better a job at making them like dead inside. That would have been really funny, like Lloyd and Aaron are the only ones like with life in this entire building because everyone else is just like dead internally. That'd be funny. Let's see. It's giving backroom vibes. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. What if Wajira was a source dragon? I mean, I don't know. Stranger things have happened in Ninjago. Yeah, the source dragon as well towards the end of the episode, or the end of the season rather, he kind of just like goes up to Lloyd and he's like, good job, man. I'll take these dragon cores. See you next season, maybe. Felt a little too abrupt. That was like my big issue with the finale. Everything was moving a little bit too quickly. Why didn't Nia find Jay? Because Nia was too busy hanging out with Sora and the Red Djinn Boy. So, obviously. Standing in line for generations is pretty sad. Yeah, I did like that. I did like that, where they go up to the random dude in line and he's like, yeah, my dad was here, my grandpa was here, I'm gonna die here for sure. Like, do people just drop dead in that line and they just get replaced with like their next of kin? Is that how that works? So strange. Excuse me as I sip on the water. Did you notice that the hair of Rapton looks like one of the hands at Time? Yeah, that's just a case of, Ninjago characters sharing hair. Doesn't mean that they're, like, connected or anything like that. But that was a theory back when Rapton was first shown off. That maybe he was Crux. Is that the older one? Sure, why not? Crux was Rapton, but, that turned out to not be the case. How do they have kids in the line? Yeah, that's something that I didn't really consider. Maybe that's not how children in the Ninjago universe are born. I have no idea. Maybe they just spawn, Maybe the stork comes and drops them off. Who's to say? We also have ourselves a $1.99 super chat from LLOYD. I get it. It spells Lloyd. They say, do you think that Wu is still alive and will he be in season 2? That is a great question because Wu is kind of like a ghost right now, right? He's kind of like creeping around in the background, beckoning to certain ninja like, hey, come this way. I got something to show you. Like a big old creep. But no, I don't think he's dead. I feel like he's more so just like projecting his consciousness, like wherever he is, maybe he's like projecting himself across Ninjago to communicate with certain members of the ninja in some type of attempt to bring him back. I feel like he will show up in season 2 at some point though, for sure. I feel like he's not dead, but I do feel as though Ninjago crystallized could have killed off Master Wu, and the Wu ghost in Dragon's Rising would have made more sense. I will say that. Missed opportunity there. Missed opportunity. Yeah, Wu became a creep. Yeah, for sure. Wu be giving Cole that spirit smoke. He's like, hey, Cole, I got a new stash, bruh. Come check it out. And Cole's like, oh, man, I can't go with you, Nia, to go save the world. I gotta go do something. And then he's just like hanging out with Wu, smoking that spirit smoke. Probably not a bad time. If I'm being honest. But yeah, no, Master Wu, he'll probably show up at some point, for sure. He'll probably show up some point and be like, hey, what's up? I am not dead, contrary to popular belief. Do you think Aaron will have elemental powers? Probably not, no. His power is more so just the weird spinjitzu that he does. And
Not want you to do this, brother.
there's the super chat. Thank you, LLOYD. But no, Aaron having an elemental power, definitely not. He'll probably still stick with his spinjitzu that he has, where he can transfer spinjitzu from one object to the next or whatever. Oh, by the way, that bit at the end where he like blasts a hole through Beatrix's mech, that was super cool. I liked that moment a lot. I also loved how Aaron and Sora kind of, they teamed up to take down Beatrix. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked that a lot. If anyone was going to take out Beatrix, it should have been those two. So, I liked that. That was fun. Aaron is so precious. He is pretty precious. I like him a lot. Let's see. How do you think Lloyd and Garmadon's dynamic will play out? You think Lloyd will still be jealous and hold a grudge? I don't know. That's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because in Crystallized, they were kind of like snappy at each other for a little bit, but by the end of the season, they were, fine with each other. So I feel like whenever they do show up or whenever Garmadon does show up, whether it be in season 2 or, who knows when, I feel like he and Lloyd will be fine. They'll be okay. They'll be chill. They'll be cool. I feel like we've gotten to that point again. So Garmadon probably has a Christopherin Jr. by now. He's just got like an army of Christopherins. That's what he's doing since the merge. He started a farm, and all he does is plant Christopherins and raise them to health. What happened to Beatrix at the end? That is a good question. What happened to Beatrix? Because she started zapping people out of existence like Thanos style, right? And by the way, I loved when Wildfire got disintegrated and Kai like freaked out. Very cool. I like that. But yeah, in terms of what exactly happened to Beatrix, no clue. Because everyone came back after that, right? But Beatrix didn't, unless she came back like off screen or something, and we just didn't see it. I have no clue. What do you guys think happened to your girl? Do you think she'll come back at some point in the future? Why or why not? I don't know. No clue. Yeah, I think we should ban this guy. What the heck? We do not want this here, kind sir. It is time to ban Hammer. That's taking it a little too far. Don't be gross. Don't be a weirdo. Be sane in the chat, please. I appreciate that. But yeah, will Beatrix come back? Who's to say? Think she died from the mech blowing up? Could be. Could be. I don't know. I think they have the opportunity to bring her back if they want. Maybe that's why they decided to not show like specifically if she died or not, because maybe they want to bring her back at some point. Wouldn't be opposed to that, but not as a main villain. Not as a main villain again, please. She was great, but her time is done. Her time has passed. What else? What else should we talk about? We still got 20 minutes left in the stream. What else should we talk about? Beatrix is mental for killing her own father. Yeah, she pulled a Kalmar. She really did. Shot him out of the sky, blew him up. I thought that was kind of funny. Oh, also, her sister is an elemental master. Can we talk about that real quick? What exactly do you guys think her power is? Because that's like... they never explained what it was, but it looks weird. It looks interesting. No, I don't think we're going to go for 2 hours today, y'all. We're probably just going to go until 7 and then pick up with the normal schedule next week. Yeah, Zeatrix's power. Zeatrix.
Ain't no one leaving this party?
Zeatrix and Beatrix. Thank you, Blue Jay, for subbing. Zeatrix, Beatrix. What's next? Neatrix? And it's just Nia, Someone should make that custom. Nia dressed as Beatrix, and it's Neatrix. Let's see. Ooh, what if it was technology? Maybe. Because in the episode where they show her power, she kind of just like activates it and then punches Lord Ras for a bit. And then that's it. They never explain what her power is. And yeah, they are twins. They are twins confirmed. Zeatrix is the older one. Which, that's a case of twins having elemental power, but it only going to one master, right? With Achronix and Crux, the power split. But then again...
leaving this party?
Thank you. Is that Joaho Silva? Very, very sorry if I butchered your name there, my friend, but thank you for subbing to the channel. Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, because with Acronix and Crux, the power split. With Zeatrix and Beatrix, only Zeatrix got it. I can see why Beatrix was jealous. What happened to Beatrix's sister? She got banished or something. She definitely didn't die, but, you know, she got banished. Yeah, Zeatrix was firstborn, though. Yeah, that's true. It's a Brazilian name. Apologies if I butchered it. I'm not Brazilian, contrary to popular belief. But no, she's probably still out there somewhere, Zeatrix. But yeah, not exactly sure what her power is. Maybe, like, punching. I don't know. The Elemental Master of Power. Would not be surprised at this point. What else should we talk about? Let's see. Let's scroll through the chat. What else? What else? We still have many things to discuss. Think it's illusions? Could be. Imagine if Zeatrix is Lord Rass's master. That would certainly be a twist. Ooh, a couple comments about that. That would certainly be a twist. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's like her ultimate plan. Well, she already got rid of Beatrix, though, so what else would she need Lord Rass for? I don't know. Maybe they could make that work. Not too sure. The Wildfire and Kai hug at the end. Oh, yeah. I like those two together a lot. Oh, also, we can talk about that really quick. Did you guys catch, like, at the end of part 2 when Kai and Wildfire were shooting flames at the cans and they, like, melted different ways? Like, Wildfire's cans melted, Kai's cans burned to ash. Yeah, that confirms that their powers are different. I mean, we already knew that because of, like, leaks and stuff. But for those that don't know, Wildfire's power is not fire, it's heat. That's a new power now. Heat. Can't wait for the elemental power of Frost to hang out with Zane, or the elemental power of Thunder to hang out with Jay, the elemental master of dirt for Cole. But I liked how they kind of hinted at that, because part 1 was like, why do they have the same power? What the heck? But then part 2 was like, nah, you guys know it's not the same power. Come on. Why does she have fire then make it make sense? Yeah, that's true. I mean, they do kind of have the same abilities, but it's more like, you know, one of them's different. Again, that would be like if Zane had a buddy who was the elemental master of Frost. And they had the same powers, except it was different because it did different things. Like, instead of, like, you know, how Zane's ice freezes people, maybe Frost just makes you a little chilly, you know? It's the same, except it's different. I don't know. Very strange. What else do we got here? Yeah, Sora and what? Yeah, they are supposed to be a lot younger than, like, the ninja. Keep that in mind, y'all. I don't support any of those ships. Yeah, Zack, the elemental master of Frost. Perfect. Or yeah, the master of Snow. You know, we're literally writing the next season for the Ninjago staff. Take notes, guys. We want Frost and Snow and Dirt and Thunder. We need all the not powers. Let's see. If Source Dragons come from Firstborn, how did the first Spinjitzu master elemental powers before Source Dragons came up? Yeah, so Source Dragons are like a step above Firstborn. Like, that's been confirmed already. Somehow, you know, the hierarchy, Source Dragons are the top. Firstborn is somewhere below that. So, if anything, Firstborn answers to the Source Dragons. But we saw previously that Firstborn was like the mother of all the dragons, but now the 7 Source Dragons are like, you know, literally the creator of everything. So I don't know. I have no clue how that works. No clue. They also mentioned how, yeah, elemental powers come from the Source Dragons, which, yeah, I don't know. How did the first Spinjitzu master those powers? Is he part Source Dragon? Like, is the dragon that he was born from, was that a Source Dragon or was it Firstborn? So much conflicting lore here makes my head hurt. but you know, don't worry. I'm sure that Dragons Rising will explain all of this at some point. I think we need like a chart though to show like which dragons come from what constitutes a Source Dragon, how do the Source Dragons, you know, we need like a chart. Someone make like a chart, a coherent list, so we can all be on the same page. I mean, Firstborn could be one of the 7 Source Dragons, but Source Dragons are, like, huge. Were we lagging a little bit there? I saw some lag. I think we're good. Yeah, no, like we were saying, though, I mean, Firstborn could be a Source Dragon, but these things are huge. Firstborn is not that big. Were we lagging a little bit? My bad, guys. Oh, are we lagging some more? YouTube is telling me that we is lagging. Elemental Master of Weather. Honestly, at this point, sure. It can make tornadoes and, you know, shoot lightning. You know who else can do that? Jay. What's your opinion on Nia riding the lightning dragon? Also, what's your opinion on Lloyd being a conduit? Yeah, so Lloyd can, like, connect to the Source Dragon somehow. Probably because he's part dragon. Are we still lagging, y'all? Alright, we is back. Let's see if this works. Switching internet again, because big lag. What the heck, YouTubes? Just let us stream, my guy. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully the connection stabilizes here. We're almost done. We got like 12 minutes left. It'd be very awkward if, you know, stream just ended like 12 minutes prior because of lag. But, you know, yeah, no, with Lloyd being a conduit for the Source Dragon, again, maybe that's because he's part dragon. Maybe that's because he's, you know, descended from the first Spinjitzu Master. I think realistically he's the only one that could be. Like that link between the Source Dragons and the ninja. Makes sense to me. Wisconsin internet. Let's see what the weather is right now, because literally the weather is like awful outside. It's been raining all day. It's windy as heck. It's storming. And I had to go get groceries. Yeah, it's raining still here. It's supposed to rain all night? Oh, man. I don't want it to rain all night. Stupid. Oh, yeah, there you go. Elemental Master of Rain to pair with Nia. Same thing, right? Let's see. Can we switch? Want some rain? Yeah, I'd gladly switch. I'm getting sick of the rain, man. It's been raining all day. It's like flooding outside. Had to bring up groceries from the car in pouring rain and wind. That was enjoyable. What else should we talk about? We have a few more minutes left, guys. What should we discuss? Anything else that we should talk about? Sora's true potential. There you go. Yeah, great moment. Like I said, her standing up to her idiot parents. Great. I was kind of like caught off guard when they confronted each other and her parents were like, come on, the Empress wouldn't do this unless it was for a reason. I'm like, guys, you guys are too far gone. And I'm so glad that Sora called them out on it, you know? And using that, finding herself, she was able to unlock her true potential like a boss. Love that a lot. Bruh, is we still lagging? Leave me alone, internet. What the heck? But no, Sora's true potential, I liked that quite a bit. Thought that was a very powerful moment for her. Also, the "We Are All Dragons" speech, very good, very good. Like that a lot. Yeah, because prior the episode came out, like the episode listing, and it said like "We Are All Dragons," and I'm like, that's a weird title. What does that mean? That's what it means, and it's awesome. I enjoyed that a lot. Sora definitely impressed me in part 2, that's for sure. Wish it lasted longer. That's fair. Yeah, that's pretty fair. But still, very cool. I liked it a lot. What else? Yeah, Sora's parents dead naming her. Yep. See, just goes to show that these guys, it's okay to not like them. Yay, we're back again. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. On this episode of The Internet is Awful, we are here again. Once again. Really hope we can make it until the end of stream. It's like 9 minutes, dude. Come on. You can do it. Let's see. We also have ourselves a, was that £2 super chat from Ben10 Big. Do you think the new elemental powers are from, what does that say? Do you think the new elemental powers are from Overrealms? Oh my gosh, we are still lagging, dog. Are we here? Internet. Storm's getting real bad outside, guys. So, Overrealms. Yeah, I mean, what was the question? Hold up. Let's read that question again. The new elemental powers. They're more or less just from the merge. You know? Like the merge somehow gave birth to new elemental masters. Dude, why is the internet so bad right now? All right, tell you what, guys, we're gonna wrap it up a little bit early today because the internet is dying here. I don't even know if this is coming across on stream, but we're gonna wrap it up there, I think, because this is getting redonkulous and we're getting pretty close to the end anyway. So let's call it quits here. Sorry to cut things off a little bit too early, but internet is not bearing with me on either end, so I think we're gonna wrap it up just a tiny bit early. Thank you, Ben, Ted, and Big, for that final super chat. Sorry if I wasn't able to answer your question fully there, my friend, but I do appreciate that. With that being said, though, guys, really quick, we stream Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 Central, daily updates. Hopefully this is still coming across. Sorry to end things off a little bit early. Maybe we could do more spoiler talk next week on Monday if we have more to discuss. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let's drop some hugs in the chat. Again, not sure if you guys can hear this, but I will drop some hugs. Some of these aren't hugs, but no matter. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry to cut things off early. Wish the internet was better. Wish it wasn't storming outside. But we'll be back next week on Monday. Weather lightens up a little bit, and we will see you guys again very, very soon. Peace.